Shari Franke did an amazing job writing her book, The House of My Mother. She shared it's currently number 5 on Amazon's bestseller list. She thanked everyone for their love and support. I shared a couple of excerpts from her book on my TikTok and thought I'd share them here as well. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. In Shari Franke's new book, The House of My Mother, she describes arriving at Ruby's house the day she was arrested and the fear she had that her siblings may not be okay.
Chapter 43. The House of My Mother. I stood paralyzed on the front lawn, my breath shallow, my hands shaking. The red and blue lights of the squad cars strobed as I stood in front of my house, frozen. Ruby's white 8-passengers van sat in the driveway like a beached whale gleaming under the pulsing lights. Please, God, let the children be okay, I prayed silently, my heart in my throat. Crack! They slammed the battering ram into the door so hard I jumped. Wood splinters flew everywhere. Police! Everyone out! Now! The team rushed inside, weapons drawn, voices booming off the walls. I felt like I couldn't breathe, couldn't think. This couldn't be real. Look everywhere! Any closet, any crawl space, anywhere a child could hide, an officer barked. Half-packed boxes littered the floor. It was obvious that Ruby had been preparing to leave before the world closed in. But nobody was home. Where are my siblings? I thought, desperate.
Now I want to share part of chapter 49. It ends here. This is where Shari talks about the letter that Ruby wrote her from prison.
In August 2024, I received a letter from Ruby in prison. Her lawyer passed it on to me, explaining that Ruby had written it months before, in February, but it had gotten lost in the shuffle of legal paperwork. Reading my mother's words brought on a strange mix of emotions. It was 5 pages long, but its length didn't equate to substance. 2 entire pages, for instance, were devoted to describing my nursery. Ruby waxed poetic about the excitement of preparing for her firstborn, the care she took in choosing colors and decorations. She spoke of me as her baby, her words dripping with nostalgia for a time long past. But reading it felt like looking through a stranger's photo album. I recognized the characters, but I couldn't connect with the emotions being described. The letter did contain an apology, not for any of the things I might have expected or hoped for. She didn't say sorry for the pain she'd caused us, nor did she acknowledge the reason she was in prison. Instead, Ruby expressed regret for not spending more time with me before I moved out before college. It felt like such a small thing to fixate upon in the grand scheme of our history. As I read, I found myself growing increasingly detached. The Ruby who wrote this letter seemed to exist in a delusional reality, one where our relationship could be mended with reminiscences about baby blankets and wall colors. She appeared to be reaching back to a time before the hurt, before the cameras, before everything went wrong. But she was still sidestepping the very real and painful issues that had driven us apart. In the end, the letter merely reinforced my opinion of Ruby. Even now, behind bars, she still couldn't, or wouldn't, acknowledge the deeper wounds, the years of emotional manipulation, the public exploitation of our family life, the shocking harm inflicted on my youngest siblings. The question was, why?
Like I said, Shari did an amazing job writing this book. I highly recommend it.